Top teachers from this year's Top Teacher Awards, the two Jackson Public School teachers, Ray Savicke and Jonell Hasselback-Zenker. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Ray, if I remember correctly, you were a teacher's worst nightmare in high school.
Yes, I was.
So
That's part of the reason why I became
Is that why you became a teacher?
I always liked having fun in the class, so
Yeah.
I wanted to keep the good times going.
Yeah.
So. What year were you?
2000.
You were 2000, and I was
Yeah.
01.
Yeah.
You probably don't remember this, but we had a boxing match.
I do remember the
Do you
boxing.
remember
Yeah,
that?
we got in trouble.
Yeah, and you had the best of me. So
Did I?
you
Yeah,
know,
we had
I brought the gloves. if
Mike
you want.
Ramker. I don't think they would allow that.
No, it was not condoned by the school.
They wouldn't allow free boxing
Yeah.
in gym class. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's amazing how your experience as a kid affect your career. How did that experience kind of affect how growing up, how you teach and work with kids today?
Well, I kind of picked and choose from the teachers that we had, and the fun teachers, engaging teachers, and kind of modeled it after that, and kind of did that.
Who was your fun teacher?
Mrs. Burgess. Did you have Burgess?
I did.
Yeah, she was our religion teacher at Lumen, and she was absolutely one of my favorites, and one of the reasons why I became one. So.
And you both are a lot of your students' favorite teachers, which means you guys are doing something right. Jonell, tell us a little bit about what classes you teach and what you like about your job.
So I teach in our special ed department with our MOSI students. And our students just learn at a whole entire different level.
Right.
And they are a lot of fun. And you never know what's going to happen on a day-to-day basis. And even though academics are important, we focus on just coming to school and making sure we have a safe spot and getting through the day with different things that take place.
I noticed one of the things you like to do, Jonell, is give your students the same experience that all the other students in Jackson High School get.
Yes.
Like the prom and
Yes.
it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. So we make sure, and you bring up prom, but our students really don't understand what prom is. They've heard of prom, but they don't know what prom is like a normal student or a typical student would. So you really have to explain prom to them and how it works. And a lot of them will say that they don't want to go to prom because they don't understand that you can go to prom without a date, and you can go to prom and we will make sure it happens.
Oh yeah, and a lot of kids go to prom nowadays without dates.
Oh, for
just
sure.
going
Right.
with friends.
For sure.
Group dates.
So, and the picture that you just shared, I don't know if, these are my Spring Arbor students. So I also teach at Spring Arbor, and they're all future special education teachers.
Awesome. What got you into special education?
I think it really goes back to, I had a cousin that had Down syndrome,
Okay.
and I took care of her when she was little. And then in third grade, I really remember having students that were in our classroom that were in for inclusion.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I just started helping, and I kind of disappeared and started spending my lunches down in their classroom with them. And that's kind of where I felt I needed to be.
I believe you were one of the top teachers in a previous year too, weren't you?
Yes. Don't ask me which.
17 consecutive years. That's all I was gonna say.
Ray, what classes do you teach at Jackson?
At Jackson High, I teach forensic science and oceanography.
Awesome.
What kind of science?
Forensic science.
Forensic
I
science.
would struggle.
Crime scenes and stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
You go on to Netflix, you can find 30 shows.
Yeah.
So kids really like it. It's fun to teach. Teaches itself.
Got some the photos from things happening in your
Yeah,
classroom.
that's the debate club. We started a debate club this year.
Oh,
and
fun.
Yeah. So, in that picture right there, they're doing a blood drop experiment where they see how the blood drop when it hits different types of surfaces, how it changes. Not real blood.
How many years have you been?
At Jackson High, this is my 4th year.
Wow.
So I started right before the pandemic. So
Wow.
I had a few months in there, and then the pandemic hit, and then it was all virtual.
It seems, Ray, just from watching you on social media, you really love your job.
Oh, I love it. Yep.
You started at Tomlinson.
Yeah,
Right.
yep.
With, at risk, pretty much at risk
Yep.
students.
Alternative students. Yep. And I'm glad I did. It kind of teaches you what works and what doesn't, and how to reach all the kids, because the kids that attend there are coming from all walks of life. That's my oceanography class. We brought in scuba divers. It's hard to figure out like hands-on things in oceanography.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to do scuba diving. So
That's
luckily
cool.
we had divers masks come in and take the kids in, and that was a blast. I think you guys had a special on it.
Yeah.
Came and videoed it.
The amount of experiences these kids get in school nowadays is just amazing.
Right.
It's not just a field trip over to the zoo anymore, is
Right.
it?
Yeah, and I mean, especially with the technology that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do virtual field trips to China if you wanted to.
Yeah, in fact, both of you provided a lot of photos that aren't in the classroom. You do a lot of your education on the road or in other parts of the building or outdoors. Sounds like kids in your classes probably enjoy those extra treats.
Hope so.
Jonell, was there a teacher that you had that influenced you?
In third grade, I had Mrs. Hirschman, and a lot of people know Mrs. Betty Hirschman. She's passed away now, but she was wonderful. And then in early college, which at the top teacher dinner, I acknowledged Mary Belknap, because I had Mary Belknap as one of my first education classes, and she just still is remarkable, and I love that we still cross paths.
Yeah, Mary Belknap was a lot of people's favorite
Oh yeah,
teacher.
Oh, yeah.
I had her at JC.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How about some favorite teachers that you have to work with? Because I know it's teamwork at JPS. Who are some of your favorite?
Well,
I'll ask you both teachers to work with.
I mean, I love my hallway.
Yeah.
So I work in the foreign language hallway, and it's just the best hallway. Wendy Adams teaches next to me, and she's just unique and special in so many ways, and she's just great. And Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh yeah.
If you walk by her room, there's always something great going on.
She teaches Spanish. It's like you're taking a trip into
And
Mexico
then,
every
and
time.
Janie Mendez, another Spanish teacher, who there's just, it's a fun hallway to work in. And then of course my team that I work with, because there's 3 CI teachers, Mr. Kevin Michael, and he's retiring. That's going to be a big adjustment for us, and Aaron Wright. And my small little team, we couldn't do it without our team, because we are a small family and we just work together and make things happen.
Ray, with being a forensic science teacher, do you watch things like CSI and Criminal Minds? And
Not as much as I used to. Teaching it every day, that type of stuff. You get home and you kind of want to do something else. But kids recommend a lot of shows that they watch, like the whole Dahmer series.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of got into that a little bit. So not as much as I used to. But I was always interested in it. Just crime science and crime scenes in general. So it's interesting.
and your work isn't done, you want to keep at it. In fact, you want to introduce a peer-to-peer program.
Right, so we had one with the National Honor Society when Pam Nordhaugen was there, and it went really well, and then we had COVID, and then we need to bring it back. So there's some ideals there to bring, and I don't know if we'll call it the Links program, because a lot of surrounding schools have links. We'll probably come up with our own special name for it to make it unique, and
J-High.
you got it, belong with us.
Well, this last few days of school with the temperature in the upper 80s,
Man,
We were just talking about our
Summer.
hot
It is
classrooms.
Do teachers get senioritis too, or summeritis? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Yeah. We're ready to get out.
It's
too.
a struggle now because our seniors are gone. We were just talking
Right,
about this too, that there's an emptiness. So we have our other students that you still want to do great things with these last 2 weeks, but they are learning to adjust without the seniors too. So there's just an adjustment period.
We'll hope you guys have a wonderful summer. Well deserved. A little
Thank
bit
you.
of time off. I know it's not all fun and games in the summer for you guys, but congratulations
Thank you.
on the awards, and well deserved. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
Teachers of the Year, Jonell Hasselback and Ray Savicke from Jackson Public Schools. More of the morning show right after this.